How's it going, everyone? This is the Jose Show. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday. I surely am. So, anyways, we have a lot of hot tea to spill in today's episode, so now let's get started, shall we? So, as we all know, Will Smith got into a heated exchange with Chris Rock this past Sunday at the Oscars. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in the face. Well, apparently, Will Smith just released an apology on social media to Chris Rock about Sunday's incident. Apparently, Will Smith got to say that he was regretful for what he did to Chris Rock on this past Sunday's Oscars, and that he also did everything out of emotion, which is why he slapped Chris Rock, but that he was deeply sorry. Well, apparently, Chris Rock has yet to respond to the apologies to Will Smith, but the Oscars are already taking action and investigations towards what happened on Sunday's ceremony. So that is what's going on. And apparently, the Oscars are also trying to see what they can do in order to not let things like this happen ever again. So that's another one. So this is what I personally think about the whole entire situation here. I feel like it was very mature of Will Smith to apologize to Chris Rock about what happened on Sunday. And I feel like Will Smith was really being a man, especially by doing that. But I also feel like Will Smith should have apologized to Chris Rock in the very same night that the incident occurred. Because that right there would have been more mature, and that right there would have been showing how much he actually is, considerate, and he is, trying to, fix things better that way instead of just having to wait one day later. Because having to wait one day later, that's just like basically not really giving the apology a lot of meaning anymore, because that's already coming to show that he's just that's kind of to me, it's kind of showing to me that Will Smith just apologized just for the sake of, of letting it go and just cleaning everything up already, but in reality, that's not what that's what it kind of seemed like it to me, in a way, though, in a way, not in a full way, but in a way. But anyways, it was really good, though, that still Will Smith was able to apologize to Chris Rock. It really was good. And also, I mean, yet again, I mean, I could say that it's never too late for an apology, and it's never too late for a second chance, especially when it comes to stuff like this. So there's that too. But yet again, in my opinion, I just feel like he should have done it in the same night that the incident occurred, in order for the apology to look more real, and for it to seem like Will Smith actually cares and is actually considerate about what he did being wrong. So that's just my take on that. But I really hope that Chris Rock is okay. I really hope that Chris Rock, is not traumatized by the whole entire situation that occurred. Because I mean, if that was me, I would have been super traumatized by getting hit in the face, especially in the middle of an award show. And like I said before, what happened on Sunday, not only was it morally wrong, but it was also not the time and the place to be doing that at all. It was a night to remember. It was a night to honor the movies in Hollywood. That's what it was for. And it was also a night to be happy, to enjoy and laugh, and that was it. It really did gain some Oscar ratings, but at the same time, I don't think that's the way to even gain the Oscar ratings, just saying. Alrighty then, so now from the Oscars incident to now, and from Will Smith apologizing, to now Nick Lachey. Well, Nick Lachey had a similar experience on Sunday, but it was not at the Oscars. Well, apparently Nick Lachey is speaking out following a heated exchange he had with the paparazzi on Sunday night. The 48-year-old singer and Love is Blind co-host was out with his wife Vanessa Lachey and a friend when photographers followed the group. TMZ shared footage of Nick speaking to a female photographer who was sitting in her car. Nick was filmed calling the woman a keyword mother effer, before asking, is paparazzi still a thing? Is this still a thing? Well, he is then seen reaching out and grabbing at the photographer's phone, asking, why are you taking pictures of people in the street? When another photographer asks him, what's going on? Nick says, you guys are still the worst, before flipping off the camera. On Monday, Nick took to Twitter to respond to the clips of the incident circulating online by saying, last night, after enjoying a great dinner with my wife and our dear friend, the paparazzi harassed us as we walked back to our hotel. He wrote, I clearly overreacted. I've been in this game long enough to know that their antics are sadly part of the deal. Stupid of me, done. Now, Nick added that he objected to TMZ's characterization of his actions, tweeting, however, for TMZ or anyone else to say that I was violent or that I got physical with someone is reckless and absolutely false. Once again, TMZ likes to create their own clickbait narrative. Life's too short, we move on. End quote. Okay, so this is what I think. I think that Nick Lachey deserves his own privacy as much as Vanessa Lachey and their friend do. And I feel like a lot of the times paparazzis, they go over the line when it comes to going into people's boundaries. And yes, I understand that the paparazzi is doing their job by seeing what the celebs are doing out and about, but there are limits to that. I feel like paparazzi needs to just be careful with where and when they're taking the pictures, and also how they are, handling that situation, but paparazzis cannot go off and turn into stalkers or go off and harass, nor any of those things towards the celebs at all, you know, which is a reason as to why a lot of these paparazzis, they end up getting sued, because it's just ridiculous how they just go off and they just do their job the very dirty way instead of doing it the correct way, you know. And then another thing that I have to say about this is, if Nick really got aggressive, or if he really did respond in a bad way, which he's saying he didn't get violent, which that's a good thing, he didn't get violent. But if he really got aggressive, then he had a reason to. He really did. Even I would have gotten aggressive if anybody were to be harassing me or doing anything bad towards me, especially paparazzis. I would definitely react the same way. I would get kind of aggressive. And then another thing that I have to say is Nick Lachey, he is a very classy man, especially Vanessa Lachey. She's a very classy lady, you know. They are very kind people. They are very, they're legends, I have to admit, you know. Nick Lachey, from 98 Degrees to Love Is Blind to um, doing it to hosting game shows, you name it. I mean, he is just wow, especially Vanessa, you know, and and I mean, they're very kind, they're very cool people. So I have nothing bad to say about the couple at all. I really don't. And then another thing that I have to say is that the paparazzi. Um, Also, I feel like some, especially TMZ, I feel like they need to stop with these false narratives about Nick Lachey getting physical or getting violent or anything like that. I really think that they need to stop it with these fake narratives, because I feel like, you know, not only are they making themselves look bad with putting out these fake narratives, but also they're making the celebrity look bad by putting out these fake narratives, because unfortunately there are a lot of morons out there that believe in these fake narratives, and then they go off and they go after the celebs, and they're like, well, why did you do this, or why did you do that? And that's just not right, you know. So um it's not good at all, and it also ruins a lot the image of the celebs, so that's another thing. So anywho, I think, in my opinion, that Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey and their friend and any other celebrity out there deserves their own privacy and they deserve their own bubble. Respect them, please. And also, respect them if you want to be respected. Alrighty then. So now from Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey to now, um, Ellen DeGeneres. Alright, so as we all know, Ellen DeGeneres is going to be ending her show this year. Well, apparently, Ellen DeGeneres gets emotional while receiving advice from David Letterman about ending her show. Well, David Letterman made his return to television to help Ellen DeGeneres navigate the end of the Ellen DeGeneres show on just yesterday, Monday. The former Late Show host sat with his friend and offered her some sound advice on saying goodbye. Well, this is what Letterman got to say. I'm thrilled to be here because anything I can do to help you in this moment. Because it's a bit emotional, I'm here for you as I've always been. Well, Letterman, who ended his 30-year run as a late night host in 2015, shared one thing he took away from his initial retirement. In 2018, he started hosting another show on Netflix called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman. Well, he said, I learned this when the show's over. I'm not kidding. Take some time off. Take a week, 10 days, he advised. Traveled, visit family, visit friends, and then immediately get another show because it doesn't work. Then DeGeneres questioned the time off, leading Letterman to reiterate the importance of the time frame. 2 weeks would be dangerous, the veteran host shared. A week, 10 days, you're back at it. Well, DeGeneres made sure her longtime friend was serious when he mentioned getting another job. Letterman added, "You'll thank me for this." Well, okay, this is pretty emotional, and this is pretty interesting to see how David Letterman and Ellen DeGeneres were having their conversation on yesterday's episode of the Ellen DeGeneres show. I think that it was great for David Letterman to appear on the Ellen DeGeneres show to give Ellen advice because David Letterman is an icon. He was in his own talk show for 30 years and he's been in the business for I think more than 30 years, because he's an icon. Well, anywho, and since he is an icon, he knows how it feels to end a show. He knows how it feels to to start new chapters. He knows a lot about these kinds of things, so I feel like there's nothing better than to get advice from someone that has gone through situations like that in life, like David Letterman, and I feel like, especially with Ellen DeGeneres, who has been in her talk show for almost 20 years, by the way, which, by the way, not any talk show lasts that long. I think it's really important that she gets this kind of advice from someone like David Letterman. And I also feel like David Letterman is, someone to not just give advice, but also I feel like he is someone that could, be in Ellen DeGeneres' guest because David Letterman, he is, funny as well. He has his humor as well, and he is also very good friends with Ellen DeGeneres, So that right there was just a great selection right there, that David Letterman was in Ellen DeGeneres' show. Now, what I think about Ellen DeGeneres' show ending this year, I feel like it's great that Ellen DeGeneres' show is ending, not in a shady way, but in a good way. And I think the reason why it's a good thing is because Ellen DeGeneres, she has worked so hard for over 20 years, not just doing the talk show, but by also doing other things like acting and hosting other stuff. And she deserves her break. She deserves her break, in my opinion. And another reason why I think it's good that her show is ending is because she has gone through so much drama, so much ridiculousness throughout these several years, especially being on the Ellen DeGeneres show, especially starting off with the accusations of Ellen being mean in the show, and then her production companies harassment allegations and this and that, so that's another reason why I feel like she needs to take a break because of that drama as well. It's just too much, to handle. So, anywho, Ellen DeGeneres, she will forever be remembered as the iconic TV host, you know, and especially her show. So she'll forever be remembered, even though her show will be ending in the summer of this year. And it's rumored that Kelly Clarkson is going to be replacing her in her time slot on NBC. So let's see how Kelly Clarkson does. A lot of people love Kelly Clarkson, so I'm sure she'll do just fine. So, anywho, um, don't miss Ellen DeGeneres' last season, and do not miss her last episode, which is coming in June. All right. So now from Ellen DeGeneres to now more hot tea. So now let's talk about Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning is speaking out on losing herself while portraying Michelle Carter in Girl from Plainville. Well, after a wickedly funny portrayal of Catherine on Hulu's The Great, Elle Fanning is back with another standout performance as Michelle Carter in the streaming platform's latest true crime series, The Girl from Plainville, adapted from Jesse Baron's Esquire article by creators Liz Hanna and Patrick McManus. The 8-part saga retells the story surrounding the 2017 texting suicide case, which resulted in Carter being convicted of involuntary manslaughter for the 2014 death of Conrad Roy. Her look definitely evolves and changes a lot, and she grows up a lot, says Fanning, who underwent a dramatic physical and mental transformation in order to portray Carter, a lonely teenage girl who had a 2-year relationship with a boy she briefly met during a vacation in Florida that largely unfolded over text message before he killed himself in total. The series spans 7 years of her life, also recounting the fame and fallout that followed Roy's death before concluding with a heavily followed trial that resulted in her being sentenced to 15 months in prison. Needless to say, it was an intense shoot that lasted for 5 months in Savannah, Georgia during the latter half of 2021 and required Fanning, who is also an executive producer on the series, to jump back and forth in time during any given episode. Coming right off of season 2 of The Great, the actress only had 2 weeks in between projects, so it was such a shock to my system, I would say, she says. Okay, well, it seems like Elle Fanning is a very hardworking actress, that's for sure. I mean, it is pretty insane that from one project she'll go to another in just 2 weeks. That's amazing because, I mean, not any actress can do such a thing, especially just having to fly back and forth to different parts of the country. But you know what? I feel like Elle Fanning, she is going to slay it. She is going to kill it in this show, especially because it's going to be on Hulu. And I mean, who doesn't, watch Hulu these days? Who doesn't? So, anywho, I feel like this is going to be amazing, in my opinion. Pretty amazing. Um, and I feel like Elle Fanning, she not only is going to kill it since it's going to be on Hulu, but also I feel like she's going to kill it because a lot of people love Elle Fanning, and a lot of people find Elle Fanning as a really good actress because she really is a really good actress. And another thing that I have to say is that Elle Fanning, she has, has the type of personality, the type of behavior to be starring in a crime series like the crime series that she's going to be starring in. That's for sure. So so this is actually intelligent. This is really dope. And I wouldn't be surprised if Elle Fanning even gets nominated for an Emmy for being in this show. Which, by the way, I'm speaking a bit ahead because I mean we haven't even seen her in the show yet. But um, yet again, I wouldn't be surprised because she's a great actress, and of course, the show seems like it's going to be a very good show. So that's what I have to say on that. Um, and also, Elle Fanning, she seems, of course, in my opinion, she seems to be so um what's it called, happy to star in this show because I mean it seemed because I mean hello I mean who wouldn't want to star in a crime series, especially for Hulu, you know. But now what I think about the 2017 texting suicide case. What I think about this is I feel like that case was just awful. I feel like it was just a poor taste of the whole entire situation. Um, Especially out of Carter and Roy to be in a situation like that where there was just too much drama, too much ridiculousness for that suicide situation to happen. And I feel like when it comes to stuff like this, it's also a life lesson for a lot of teens out there that are watching situations like this because there are a lot of teens out there that have gone through similar situations like that where um, they would go through drama and they would do stupid stuff like that, and that's horrible, just awful, and so this is just a life lesson, it's just to tell them that it's not good and that there are you know it's not good, and just to not listen to ridiculous things like suicide and stuff like that from other people at all. So that's why I think that this is a very life lesson situation, and I feel like this show is definitely going to give that life a lesson situation out there. So um, when it comes to drama, please talk it out. Please, be careful, and especially with your own words. And also, do not say something that you will regret for the rest of your life, especially if it comes to you ending up in prison. Please do not. Okay, just be careful, and that's all I have to say, especially to all the teens out there that are watching this. All right, so now from that to now, more hot tea. So now from the Michelle Carter situation and Elle Fanning starring in the movie to now, in the series, to now, more hot tea. That's for sure. All right, so now let's talk about um, a black lady sketch show. Well, season 3 trailer and well the season 3 trailer just got released, and it reveals that April well that the show will be premiering in April. Well, anywho, the ladies of A Black Lady sketch show will be back on the screens in April. On Tuesday, HBO dropped the full trailer for the show's upcoming third season, which will premiere on April 8th. The trailer for the Emmy-winning sketch comedy series features the familiar faces of series regulars Robin Thede, Gabrielle Dennis, Ashley Nicole Black, and Sky Townsend. In various sketches, including the funeral ball and a disastrous bachelorette party, the video also shows the return of Black's invisible spy, Trinity, and Thede's Dr. Hadasaha, Olayanka, Ali Youngman, and PhD. The 6-episode season will also star over 40 celebrity guest stars, including Ava DuVernay, Michaela J. Rodriguez, Raven Simone, Wanda Sykes, David Allen Grier, Kyla Pratt, Jamil Hill, Holly Robinson Peete, Kel Mitchell, Michael Ealy, Wayne Brady, Bob the Drag Queen, Vanessa Williams, Lance Reddick, Lonnie Love, Carl Champion, Shangela, Trevor Jackson, Tommy Davidson, Jay Farrow, Jidena, and Essence Atkins. Wow, that's a really good cast right there. Especially because Lonnie Love and Raven Simone are gonna be in this show. I love them both. They are phenomenal. Well, anywho, the show's debut season earned 3 Emmy nominations and featured a bevy of heavy hitting guest stars, including the show's executive producer Issa Rae, Angela Bassett, Loretta Devine, and Aja Naomi King, Laverne Cox, and Nicole Byer. Um, but anywho, that was a debut season. But anywho, okay, so this is what I think. I think that this season is definitely going to be dope. Not only because Lonnie Love and Raven Simone are going to be in the season, but also as guest stars at least. But anywho, um, but also I just feel like it's going to be a really good season because the actresses that are in this show, like, you know, Robin Thede and Gabrielle Dennis, and Ashley Nicole, I mean, they are very good actresses. I mean, they've been starring in so many good projects in the past, and they have just shown their good character and their good acting and their good skills and their good, humor within these shows, especially because it's a drama show. Um, and also, I have to say that I am also glad that they're also bringing back this show again for a third season because I feel like we need more shows like this that represent women of color because I feel like we are still lacking in showing shows of women of color these days because we still have more shows, that start more, white people, and we need more people. We need more inclusivity. We need more diversity, and also I feel like the more shows that we bring of women of color and people of color in general, I feel like the more we're giving a good example to society these days that we really need to be diverse, and we're also giving a really good example that there are a lot of people out there that are of color that are super talented that are worth being in really good shows and really good projects and that deserve it and that also deserve recognition especially. So that's my take on this. So anywho, please do not miss a Black Lady sketch show. The third season will premiere on April 8th on HBO, so please do not miss it. All right, so now from that to now Hallmark. Well, Hallmark is going to be having a show called, well, Hallmark Channel's Chesapeake Shores is ending after season 6. Well, anywho, Hallmark Channel's Chesapeake Shores has been renewed for a sixth and final season. The network announced just today the multi-generational family drama, which stars Robert Buckley, Megan O'Ree, and Treat Williams, will end after the upcoming 10-episode season kicks off this summer. With the top-notch ensemble cast and creative team, Chesapeake Shores has shared stories that are relatable, poignant, and unforgettable, said Lori Furneaux, SFP programming of series at Hallmark Channel. We look forward to honoring the journey viewers have been on with the O'Briens with one final special season. Buckley, who joined the drama early on in season 8, shortly after Jesse Metcalf's departure, will return alongside longtime cast members Ori Williams, Barbara Nevin, Lacey J. Maley, Emily Ullerup, Brandon Penny, and Andrew Francis. Based on the novels by Cheryl Woods, Chesapeake Shores explores the lives and loves of 4 generations of the O'Brien family after the homecoming of eldest daughter Abby O'Ree, and has seen the family reconcile following a painful chapter in their past. Dan Paulson serves as executive producer alongside showrunner um, Fove Sutton Woods, Matt Drake, and Nancy Silvers. The first 5 seasons of Chesapeake Shores available to stream on Hallmark Movies now. All right, so this is pretty sad for all the fans out there that love this show. And I think that this show, you know, well, I've never watched this show, but it seems like it's that type of show that will really bring a lot of people to tears because I can tell it's already a drama show by the show title. Um, no offense, I mean it in a good way though. And I also feel like it's that way because I feel like it's kind of drama because it's in a channel like Hallmark. You know, Hallmark is usually well known for bringing in a lot of drama shows, a lot of drama movies, and some comedy, yes, but it's like more drama. And I myself am a huge fan of Hallmark, but I've never really heard of the show, surprisingly. Um, and yeah, so anywho, please do not miss the last season of this show, which will be premiering on um, the summer. That's for sure. Well, anywho, from that to now, more hot tea. So now let's talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Well, Kaz talks season 12's shifting dynamics. Well, apparently, um, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills over Oscar got to speak they got to speak over the Oscars weekend. Well, anywho, ET spoke with some of the castmates who dished on all things season 12, and one of them says, "I can tell you May 11th is our premiere for our season 12," and that's what Garcelle Beauvais got to say during an ET. Um, well, she told ET during Elton John's 30th annual AIDS Foundation Oscars viewing party on Sunday. Bravo has yet to confirm the actual date for the show's return, though. Friendships are tested, drama will happen, but also a lot of fun, added Garcelle, who noted it was all fun and martinis until the group's trip to Aspen. And she also got to say that she was happy that they had fun on that season, on this season. And then, when asked to spill more about the snowy drama, Garcelle didn't budge, simply saying, "I can't talk about Aspen." Kyle Richards, however, had no problem offering up more details about the trip. "Aspen will never be the same," the Halloween star told ET at the same event. "Honestly, that is my little happy place, and people don't know that we live there part time. When I went back this last time, I took some sage with me. There was an Ouija board involved. Things really got out of control, let me tell you." Well, Kyle added about this season, "It was a very intense season. A lot of really intense things going on with a lot of the cast members, with Borat and the home invasion. What Erica's been going through and other personal things. So it was a crazy season when it's really bad for us. It good for the audience." Well, season 12 will also see the return of audience favorite Kathy Hilton during the Vanity Hair Oscars after party. The Helvers teased this season's drama. "It's been great," she told ET. "It's been good. You have to wait and see." So, anywho, despite speculation on social media, Kathy said she's on speaking terms with all her co-stars. "Well, don't know. There might be one. I'm not, and fully plans to return to RHOBH in the future. Of course, I will," she said. So, anywho, um, they didn't really speak anything about the Oscars. Interesting. I thought they would. Um, oh, never mind. They actually got to speak about it during the Oscars weekend, but they didn't get to talk about the Oscars weekend. Okay, my bad. Okay, so that's cool. I mean, that's all the tea that I have for you guys for that. I think that Garcelle Beauvais, she definitely is going to be happy to be in the next season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, that's for sure. And I feel like she's going to be happy and excited to see the next season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But what I also think, though, that if The Real is going to be canceled, then she still has that to lean forward to, and she still has that to, be all over the place, that's for sure. But yes, it is gonna be sad if The Real does get canceled. But anywho, um, I also think that this reality show has a lot of drama and it has a lot of tea and it has a lot of juicy stories. I mean, Keeping up with the Kardashians is one thing, but this show I think is a different whole story right here, because I mean here there's it's more about the women and their personal issues and their personal situations. And the Kardashians, I feel like it also is about women and their personal issues and situations, but I think the Kardashians dishes more with Kanye, and they dish more with Pete Davidson, and they dish more with, the kids and stuff like that that are in that show. Like Chloe's kids and Courtney's kids and so and Kim's kids. So I feel like it dishes more within that. And this show, I feel like it just dishes more within just the women themselves, and it dishes more just with their relationships and with their views and points and things like that. So that's what it is in this show, in my opinion. So, anywho, um, that's what I feel. That's what I think about this whole entire situation here in this topic about season 12 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I also feel like these people, I mean, they have the same relationship as the Kardashians do. Um, because it's all drama, it's all, she said, he said, it's all gossip. I mean, I know I get it, that's the life of a reality show, but yet again, it's like so similar to the people in the Kardashians. It really is. It's super similar and it's super interesting at the same time, and it's super funny. But anywho, please do not miss this season's episode of the Kardashian. I mean, this. Please do not miss season 12 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which will be coming soon. Probably on April. Like it was being initially said, it could probably come this month, April. So please do not miss it at all. And yeah, that is all I have to say. Um, or May 11th, my bad. Please do not miss it on May 11th, if the rumors are true that it's in May 11th. So please do not miss it. It will be premiering on May 11th, the season 12 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Alrighty then, so now that is it for today's show, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of The Jose Show. I'll be back with more hot tea, that's for sure. And also, please make sure to follow me on social media for more updates of The Jose Show. Till next time, peace.